Hello and welcome to post-match after the 2-0 victory against PAOK or PAOK from Greece. I'm going to keep this one really brief because there was not a lot to analyze. We won 2-0, and so I don't want to talk about this match because, quite frankly, outside of the goals from Ahmad, that was one of the worst games that I've watched. Not surprisingly, more of the same. Very boring, very flat, very much lacking in intensity. I'll run through stats and stuff real briefly on it as well, just so we can look at it. But it's truly confusing. And the thing about it is that Amad Diallo coming into this game, starting finally once again, and scoring 2 goals that essentially he made out of himself, in both cases, really. I mean, the first goal, yeah, it was a good cross, but brilliant header. The second one, it's just a missed pass from Eriksson. He just fights for it, gets it back, pushes, fights, shoots, scores. Like, it's all him. It reflects so badly on the coaching at this club. The assessment of players, the misprofiling, the way that they see United players, it reflects so badly on them when you see things like this. Because you say, how was Anthony rewarded for training when this guy, who in one game shows more than Anthony ever has, you can see it. And he had a point to prove from minute 1, in my opinion. I thought in the first half, he had some really good moments as well. But wow, yeah, impressive. And really all it does is make me feel good that we have a new coach coming and we have one more game to get through. And at the very least, we've now got a win in the cup and a win in Europa. So we've gotten progress, stop the bleeding where we needed to. Ideally, we get that win in the league, and so we don't drop too far down the table off top 4, because I sincerely think we can do it. But it was a really, really, really tough watch. And I'd feel more negative about the personnel, the players involved, if it was not for the fact that, when you, like I just said, when you see Ahmad put in the performance like that, score those goals, and you look at that they haven't been playing him, haven't been using him, and don't think he's good enough, I sit there and go, this is the most mismanaged team in Europe from a level of talent, and there's just no way that he can that it was ever going to succeed or thrive under this. And obviously, I'm not going to go jump on Rude. We've got 2 wins and a draw. Great. We've won a couple games that we needed to draw. It's the same, still confusing decisions, still things like that. I think I'll be happy with that he's done his interim job, and very much understanding why he was not. They really didn't want to give him a long run at this job, and they wanted to get a permanent manager in quickly. And we can leave it at that. Besides that, looking at some stats here, United had a fair bit of control the second half. I want to point something out again. Okay, United had a good amount of control, a couple moments. There was a really good cross from Ahmad into to Højlund here. I want to point something out, though. We score a goal. We're dominating the game and starting to push a little bit more, even though, again, it wasn't good during this period, even though I thought we had a bit more control. I wouldn't say at any point we were looking good. Right here, we make the subs. What on earth is in the water at Old Trafford that makes these coaches do this? What someone asked me, they said, well, one of the differences is Ugarte starting instead of is finally starting under Ruud. And I said, yeah, but that's just because Eriksson's injured. So Eriksson's fit enough to get a sub. The minute he can come on, he subs him off to put in this Eriksson-Bruno midfield again. And for the next 25 minutes, we couldn't get the ball back. This goal does not come because of that. It's a separate issue. It was actually a missed pass from Eriksson that Ahmad gets on, fought for that ball, won it back. Totally individual effort. I don't understand. We easily could have ended up losing this game because of those subs, or drawing once again and conceding a goal late, because we were losing momentum and losing control after that. I don't understand it. this obsession with having to have this Bruno Eriksson midfield that is so passive that it cannot control the ball, that cannot win the ball back, and that concedes so much territory and just gives people, free reign to run at us. You can see it right here. The triple substitution right here, it just instantly gives them control. Not good. Again, this is individual brilliance from Ahmad that does this. That's why I said it's not too much to talk about. 1.14 to 0.87. If he doesn't score this and kind of put it to bed, I think we could end up losing the XG battle and losing the game, or at least drawing. That's honestly what I think would have happened. We've had to make more saves. There was a moment that they got the ball right here, 0.61 XG. No idea how they didn't score that. We definitely got a little bit lucky in this game. There's no doubt. Mason Mount made it back on the pitch. At least from a health perspective, Mount and Eriksson both got on the pitch. I don't want to get into a lot of the players. It was I think a poor game from a few, an okay game from others. I think these ratings are definitely not representative. I thought Bruno was pretty bad, but I don't want to get too a hard time on it. Garnacho, really interesting thing that I personally saw is 3 or 4 times there was an overlapping player and he made the pass. Now, he fucked the pass up. Sorry, my language there. I didn't mean it to be like an aggressive thing, but he missed the pass most of the time, or it was a poor pass, but he did look for it. And I thought his decision-making was better. It looked like he'd been more focused on trying to pass, on trying to play within the team. I think that's an improvement. I think it's obviously something that was focused on, that was looked at. And the thing is, he's not good at it, though. And that is a concern. And that's why I think he'd be better as a substitute to be able to play to his strengths until he can round out his game in that way. But he did look for it. Dallo on the overlap, Bruno on the underlap, Dallo on the overlap. He was making that pass, at least attempting to. So, I wanted to specifically mention that at least, because I think when we critique, like I said, I think it's a coaching issue. And I think it's obviously something that at least has been brought up. So when we critique, then I like when we, point out when someone improves based on that. And I think he improved on that. I think he did better. There. So, yeah, I mean, I think he did better there. What can I say? That's fine with me. I'm okay. It wasn't a good performance, mind you, but he did better there. The other thing where I sit and I go, what on earth is in these guys? What are they drinking? Because I thought Mazraoui had an incredible performance on the left, and I think Dallo looks like a complete lost puppy on the left. Why did they switch again? I'm not saying Mazraoui didn't do well on the right. He does well everywhere because he's fucking good, and he's a really, really good player, so he does well wherever he plays. But Dallo looked so lost on the left side. He looked completely lost on the left side. I have no idea what happened to him. I've no idea. It's just he's not good on the left. He loses the game, and out of possession, he looks so confused. Defensively, positionally, he just looks lost. I thought he had a really poor game over there. I thought Victor Lindelof, just a special shout out to him, was actually really good. Very aggressive, a lot of duels. 9 aerial duels from him. He was combative. He was busy. Did well. Johnny Evans is solid as a rock as usual. Both good in passing. Yeah, no. So no. I don't want, like I said, I don't want to do too much analyzing of it because overall we know what to expect. It's not going to change right now. It was poor, but Ahmad doing really well. Positive sign, but it also goes to show just potentially how mismanaged this team is and how with proper management it can be so much better. Because I have no idea what they are measuring. You know what I mean? I have no idea what they're measuring for success. You know what I mean? That's the issue. I have no clue what they're measuring for success in terms of what a player's good enough, bad enough, fits, good. It makes no sense. There's no consistency. So it is what it is. We'll just have to live with that. And that's fine. One more game, Amorim arrives. He'll get to assess all these players. He'll get to look at all these players. He'll get to make his own decisions, and we'll take what he has to the table. He's got a big job, but I think that just naturally he's going to put players in the right position, and we're going to see better performances. So that's what I've got for today. Good win. We take the 3 points. We move on. One more game, and then Amorim will arrive. All right. I'll see you all on Sunday. Thank you for watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn notifications on.